Amundsen again. Pacers have not done a good job of keeping Amundsen off the glass. He's got 6. Nash. And now.
Whoa. Calm down, son. Please, calm down. Everybody calm down. Whoa, we're playing a little basketball out here. Calm down.
Danny Granger having words with Richardson. It all started with Fry and Roy Hibbert.
A little bit of this is frustration, particularly on the part of the Suns. Because they have not been able to play. They thought they were going to be able to blow this game out. And they're in a game at the end of the third quarter that's a 4-point game. So I'd like to see the officials try to clean this one up, digest it, decide what's what.
And they are sending both teams to the benches.
Because they've got to come look at it. All right, let's see. Oh, no, right there. Fry hits Watson in the head, and then there's a punch. That might have been a punch by Fry. I don't know.
I think Channing Frye will get another look.
Okay. Well, he kind of, I'm not sure that's really a punch, but but Roy, thank goodness, kept his arm out. Now, these two are wrapped up in a hug fest. Seems like a whole lot of hard breathing, not a whole lot happened.
And the officials now huddle. Joe DeRosa, David Guthrie, and Sean Wright trying to sort out what we saw live that happened very fast. And now they will head over to the monitor and have a chance to look at
Don't announce this
and sort it out.
We're starting out with a personal foul on Watson, tech on Fry. That's a ruling on the court. We got a hostile act, and we're going to review it to see what we have.
Listen in on Joe DeRosa.
Ruling on the court.
And he's going to put the headset on.
Well, yeah, and I think he called, and I'm not sure what it was. They may have called something on Fry and Watson, who were the initial individuals involved. The first person involved, in my humble opinion, would be Channing Frye. Because what Channing got, I don't know what happened to start it, but on the right side of the screen, you'll see right there, those two. Now, right there, he pushes him in the back of the head. And then Danny Granger push. Well, I tell you what, they've got to take a hard look at that. And then these two guys are hugged up. They really don't want to do anything. They're trying to stop it. Earl, at this point, is trying to stop it. And now, A.J. Price is trying to stop it. And Roy is really trying to stop it.
So Alvin Gentry and Lester Connor talking. And now they're going to get a look at it as Channing Frye, from what we saw, pushed Earl Watson. That did not make Danny Granger happy. He came back to push, and then Danny got hit in the face in some form, it looked like, with a left hand from Channing Frye, not knowing if it was a punch or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Frye did, but I know his hand started toward his face. What I didn't see is if Earl did anything before that to prompt Frye to do that, because Frye just pushed him in the back of the head. And that was the initial part of it. So they've got to decipher all of this. But I think this is out of frustration with the Suns.
We're going to take another look. You see the officials looking at it as well. Here's the best look that we have.
Well, you can see Earl Watson's arms initially go to his left, and then Frye pushes, and then, okay, we'll get to see it again. It's on the right side, and Danny Granger's reacting to that. And Roy's trying to make sure there's nothing happening.
And he got hit in the face too with a hand from Channing.
But it wasn't a punch. It was kind of a reaction that they can choose to call it, but it clearly wasn't a punch, because a punch means you automatically eject it. But Roy is trying to come to the defense of Earl, and the officials are still trying to figure out all the things that are involved here.
And Joe DeRosa now just in front of us, takes his headset off with David Guthrie and Sean Wright. And I tell you, with having Joe DeRosa here, you feel pretty good. Veteran official.
Yeah, with good reason. I was trying to listen to what they're saying, because they're really trying to make sure they get this thing handled, so they get the right guys, if any penalty, the right penalty. I'm sure there'll be some technicals in here.
Well, they have seen what they came over to the monitor to see.
I can't imagine it being much more than what we saw.
Well, now he's putting it back on. Joe DeRosa just in front of me says he wants to look at it one more time.
Because what he's done is asked both officials for their perspective, and I think he got a perspective that he didn't have when he initially looked at it. So you wanted to look and put it in context.
Great camera work by our crew here in Phoenix. Again, our producer Matt Scott, our director Jamie Burns. Great to be with them and travel with them all year long.
See, because the other thing that has to be determined, if anybody from the Suns, any players from the Suns or either of the benches came on the floor, that's an automatic game suspension.
I didn't see anybody. I saw coaches come out, but I did not see any players.
Well, I think they have to make.
Yeah.
Coaches usually have a coach that's his job, which is to say, don't let anybody on the floor. So they may have had that covered, but the officials have to, in fact, be sure that as part of what they report back to the league office.
And if you think these guys have an easy job, you know they don't. But this has just made their night longer.
Oh, there's no question
First of
about
all,
that.
the ball went in, so we're scoring the basket. We got a personal foul on Watson. Hold on.
Well, now David Guthrie brings Joe DeRosa back after he's talking to the official score here.
Personal Watson. Okay? Tech on Fry. Tech on Granger. Tech on Richardson. Tech on Hibbert.
I think you can hear all that.
Another tech on Fry for throwing a punch and missing. He's ejected.
All right, you've heard that.
They get Fry. They said tech on Fry for throwing a punch.
Personal.
And I think that was the second one they said about him.
From the bench. So how many techs do we got?
How many technical? Because he gave Roy, I believe, a technical, and I think Fry is gone.
Yes, he's gone.
Watson got a technical.
Granger got a technical.
I think Granger got a technical.
Richardson a technical.
Richardson got a technical, and there was a foul on the play, which was really Fry. But Fry is gone because they felt like that was a punch. They called a foul on Earl.
So Earl Watson is called for a foul.
Well, that's really kind of the foul there. Okay, now that's really a technical, and then a technical on Danny, and then Roy is in the middle of it, and Earl is in the middle of it. So they may have all got technical, but it's got to get all explained out here.
Now here's what they're going to do. They're making the announcement here in the arena. Roy Hibbert, Danny Granger.
Yeah,
Channing Frye, two of them.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Everybody else that basically was involved in that got technicals. Channing just got two, and he's gone.
And Channing Frye leads to a standing ovation here from the Phoenix crowd. But he was ejected for throwing a punch and missing. That's what Joe DeRosa, we overheard him here at the scorer's table.
The only personal. Okay, the rest of the team.
So Earl Watson is a personal foul.
Yeah, it's the only personal.
And the rest are technicals. Alvin Gentry keeps pointing toward the Pacers bench, wondering, you know, why his team is bearing the brunt of this. But as he watches the videotape, he will see that Channing Frye, as we said, trying to debate if he threw a punch or not. Clearly there was contact twice with the face of Earl Watson and Danny Granger. One of those was ruled a punch. And that's why he has been ejected from the game. Now my partner's taking his headset off. We have the score. We're on the second row here. So we have the scorer's table right in front of us.
Well, the net of it is you had it right the first time. And what happens here is because Granger is taking. Wait a minute. This is the technical foul. I'm not sure what
I think it's
Alvin's arguing about, but
I think it's because the Suns had three technical fouls and the Pacers had two.
yeah, and that would be the net of it. But one of them, here's the other thing that the Pacers got to figure out. Frye got a foul call, I think, in his favor, but he's out of the game. So if that's the case, Then doesn't Jimmy get to choose who he wants?